Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Cat Crypto here. So once again, sorry if I feel a little bit like low, if my voice doesn't sound quite right, if things don't sound too good. It's just I'm getting sick and I'm only getting sicker at the moment for whatever crazy reason. Now, Lunc has put out a very wise statement about Luna and Luna Classic, and what I want to jump into before we really do get into this video is it seems a lot of different people are getting on this bandwagon now, but what I want to point out is I've always spoken about Luna from the very get-go, and I've always gone at it with this kind of blasé look of until someone proves to me he's done it, I'm not going to believe it. If he can fix things for his community, if he can make things better for his community and to make his community great and strong again, then that's, you know, his route of fixing things, right? Exactly. So sometimes you have to step back and allow things to run their course, and we really didn't have a choice whether Luna 2 was created or not. It all came down to that consensus vote. In itself, if Luna 2 wasn't created, none of us would be here probably. Luna Classic wouldn't exist and it would still be Luna, right? So therefore we were actually given a blockchain from this. Now we're going to be given $4.16 million in funding from directly Do Kwon. You know, it's about time we wise up, we understand what the system's about, what the software's about and everything like that, and actually understand that our futures are intertwined. They're intertwined even by Terra Rebels saying to upgrade to a parity with Luna V2, meaning that we're interoperable, we can work together, and it will be very, very easy for the chains to communicate, so to speak, on a technical level and on a basic level. The reason why I've started to get very interested, as you guys know, is because of this Alliance module. The Alliance module in itself will allow the everyday average Joe to spin up a blockchain from Luna. If we can get that on Luna Classic, it's a game changer. It's a game changer for the most basic core concept of if a blockchain is stemmed off of your blockchain, okay, you're the layer 1 for that, they then have to pay taxes to you for everything they do, all their sales, and that will help us, okay? We're going to be getting IBCs back up and running fully 100% very soon, and this will go to show you how we can work with Juno, Atom, and all of the other ones that are out there on the map of zones that I've showed you guys before. The Feather protocol, all of this stuff has been developed. From what is being said, it looks like it's near to being ready. The compelling reasons behind what is being spoken about it's very, very empowering, and the way that the whole of the Luna community, the way they approach each other, the way they speak to each other is very polite, very collected, and they're very, very, very appreciative of each other's ideas. That you never ever see people out in each other or anything like that. There's a really good kind of comradeship going on over at Luna, and their voting power is so decentralized. If you just go over and have a look and understand that, hang on a minute, all of those validators that are on that blockchain are also on this blockchain mostly, and they're still either working with the system on both or working with the system on either one or the other, but they're still validating. This is because both of the blockchains are identical. They are so identical in a sense that the systems are identical. Everything you do is identical. If you want to go over there and stake your Luna, it's the identical way. You don't need to learn anything because it's identical to our system. It's literally a replication of our system, and saying you don't like Luna is pretty much saying that you don't like Luna Classic, because we are intertwined. For what one does, the other normally follows. Regardless of it being a little bit late, they normally stay relatively in sync, and even if Bitcoin moves up and drags it upwards, all three of them will still move. But whenever Terra Classic has been moving, Terra Luna tries to move with it, and so does USTC. So in itself, there are a lot of influence saying, you know, Luna's really great, but I feel like they see things and they just grab them because they feel like, you know, oh, that's going to get me, you know, the likes I need and stuff like that. I'm simply trying to help educate this community to understand that nothing was ever proven. He's still here. He's not been arrested. The coin exists and it's run by validators. Okay. Trying to say that Do Kwon has control over that chain is like saying he has control over this chain. They don't even have a validating node. Okay. Our developers, our leaders do. Okay. They actually have 3 nodes. Okay. TFL doesn't do that. It's so decentralized over there. And I think so many people have filled so many people's heads with negative, bad stuff that you've been brainwashed into thinking it's a scam coin, it's this, that, and the other, you know. But for what was moving, all 3 of them were moving. So it's very interesting. Bitcoin itself is in a very good position at the moment. It looks like it could swing up again and go for another run, possibly, but no one's got a crystal ball. No one knows what's going on. But this in itself, from what history has taught us with rate hikes by the Feds, rate hikes by the Bank of England, should normally crash things a little bit for some time, but it's not happening. It seems everything's going, you know what, no, we're moving forward with this. So the Alliance module in itself it's a game changer. So introduce a new Cosmos module called Alliance. Start with the Cosmos, easily extendable to Avalanche, which allows staking of liquid staking derivatives of larger chains. The Alliance module allows the governance module to set a reward rate, split going to the native token, native staking, native token staking, and foreign LSD staking. Okay, so in effect, this literally is the next stage of evolution. And like it's saying in this, with the mapper zones and stuff like that, making them all talk together is the biggest part of the Cosmos, is really what sets it aside. It will, in effect, like it's saying, it allows new chains to form economic alliances with larger chains, meaning that, in effect, you could collateralize yourself against Bitcoin or, you know, something in Avalanche or something like that. But making it all very easily done is key. So they did the Tendermint whole program module consensus, which is like a basic format you can buy, kind of like I was saying about goalposts. You can just use it. Okay, it's a basic format, you can use it, and it's an already built out system for you to build on top of. This is kind of what the Alliance module will kind of do. So as you can see here, they're talking about how the community pool can be used. So further development and station interchain support is something that TFL can do independently, but interchain security through Alliance is a unique challenge and opportunity. Having Luna's LSDs such as Luna X be widely used across the Cosmos for staking is akin to forming multiple economic alliances in the language of nations. The community pool can be deployed to incentivize adoption of Luna Alliance staking, subsidize LSD yield over other staking assets. Over time, the goal should be to have Luna to be one of the most widely used assets for interchain security across the Cosmos. So you can see just how far these guys are thinking on their community pool. And over here at Luna Classic, we're struggling to like get into this kind of rhythm, in a sense of, and there's a huge thing that's being pointed out from the outside. It seems to have all become about money for a lot of people. And I want to point out that it's probably going to be like that for a lot of them because they do need paying and stuff like that. But I totally get it. This 4.16 million, if it goes to the correct places, we could see ourselves in a position like Luna is, where we have the correct funding and stuff like that, and everything gets figured out. Because the best way to explain it is the same way it's being said in here, is Web3 is a winner-take-all market. If you can provide the best coin with the best technology and the best kind of like use cases and all these different kind of things for people to do, right, then you're going to succeed over others. And it's as simple as that. The whole thing about, so they speak about inorganic devs incentives are short-lived. So historically, devs and liquidity incentive programs have not led to sticky users. Once the yield dries up, the users and liquidity have as well. And this is something which would happen if our Oracle rewards pool starts drying up. As it gets lower, the rewards get smaller, okay? Everything's gonna get worse and worse and worse, and we'll die a slow death if we don't get Oracle rewards funding. That doesn't mean we need it immediately, but we do need to figure that out within the next half a year, I would think. And you know, that $4.16 million could be used to create something that will feed our Oracle rewards pool, because that's such a huge part. If the yield dries up, we lose users, then you'll lose validators, meaning then everything will just crash anyway, and we'll be back but at the very beginning, but way worse than we were before. So regardless of everybody jumping on it and stuff like that, you guys know since May I've spoken about Luna and said at some point we're going to have to wise up and understand the system is identical to us, and like arguing with Luna is like arguing with yourself in the mirror, so to speak. Yes, we don't like what happened, but that doesn't mean we're going to allow it to dictate our future, does it? It's a very precarious situation, and I'm going about it very carefully to ensure that people understand that this isn't us merging with Luna, okay? We're never going to merge. We're never going to allow them to take us over, because it doesn't work like that. It's decentralized down to its core, the same as we are, okay? Luna Classic has its own path and its own route, but that does not mean we are not intertwined, because we are. And we can make use of the stuff that's in front of us, the stuff that's in behind, and we can make use of all the different kind of knowledge that's around us. Lunc has raised such a vital point, basically saying about them both being interwrapped together. So if we go over to this screenshot of things, Lunc pretty much saying about twinning the whole system together and getting it upgraded and having an interchain alliance between both Luna and Luna Classic, and he's raising such vital points, and it seems like this is something that is more than easily done, that's doable at not very much effort, not very much money would need to go in it, but the levels of how we could prosper from it are insane. And at the end of the day, you probably hate Luna because of people like FM and all of the other horrible news articles that have come around, but I've always said the same thing here. And even regardless of saying, you know, he doesn't show any compassion, normally very high intelligent people struggle with emotions. A lot of them don't have that kind of emotional engagement that the everyday user has. They think about things differently, they see things differently, and listening to all of the Luna community throughout all the different spaces over the past 6 months, don't really find very many salty people that are still holding, still understanding that what they've been airdropped could change their future again and stuff like that. And this whole not having a salty vibe, wanting to work with each other and not kind of turning our backs on another is going to be key to the success of Luna Classic. And if we want to keep seeing higher highs, higher lows, keep on moving up, the only way we're going to do that is by going at everything with a positive mindset, not looking at everything as a scam, and understanding that this whole thing is open source. The whole thing's open source. No one has the right to tell someone you can't do that. You don't deserve funding. It's down to the community. It's not down to one people. Anyone can put a community spend proposal in. Anybody can put their idea up in an Agora text. It's as simple as that. Folks, have a really nice Saturday wherever you are. Do stay safe out there, and, you know, beware of all the scammers, doppelgangers, anybody pretending to be me, or the Happy Catty Crypto channel. And we'll catch you in the next one.